All right, it looks like we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to what is it, day 66? Day 66 of Vibe Coin app until I make $1 million. As you guys can see, there's a couple things that are a little bit different, right? We've changed some things around, as you guys can see. I'm going to talk about it in a second. I'm going to show you guys the new stream setup. All right, I'm going to show you around a little bit, but for now, I just want to get the stream started, let everybody know that we're live, and we'll get right into it. But let me ping everybody here in the Discord, and we'll get into it. But guys, I've got some pretty significant updates and some things I'm really excited to show you today. But I'm going to start like putting goals up here so you guys can see behind me that we actually have like some goals and stuff up on the board. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let me just get everything going on my end so that, I let everybody know that we're live and update some things. Just give me one second. But I'm going to show you guys the new stream setup. I took yesterday off so that I could actually get this set up. I had to go to Best Buy and do a couple things. But ultimately, I think things turned out pretty good. But super excited to show you. We have like new scenes and stuff, and it's essentially a new office setup. So let me get this going on my end. Just click save, and I think we should be good now. Let me let everybody cycle in here a little bit, and then we'll get started. But let me check out chat. But yeah, so we have a couple things on today's goals. So I'm going to start using this whiteboard to just put up like goals and stuff of what we're working on in each particular day. So for now, all right, let's see here. So I have chat pull up. The Awakened, what's up? Jason, what's up? If you guys are just tuning in, welcome, welcome. So yeah, Sam Stone, what's up? XLI, what's up? Yeah, so check this out, guys. So I want to show you what we have here in the stream setup now. Now we got everything set up on our end. So check this out. We have a couple different views, all right? So we have this view. We have what I call the central view. So this is what I'm looking at on my screen right now, so you guys can see my screen. And then also we have the right view here. So here's the right view. And then we have the room. So this is one of my favorites, the room view. So this is actually sick. All right. So this is what we're doing now. All right. I got a standing desk so you could work for longer. Sitting isn't super healthy for you, especially if I want to be, streaming at the amount of time that we spend on streaming. So this is the setup. We have this right here is my Windows computer. So actually you guys can't really see it, but down below, so I have the Mac Studio right here. All right, this is my Mac. And then I also have an Omen Windows, and the Omen Windows I have set up on one of those like 42. I think this is a 42-inch monitor, and I've had this for a while. It's just been up in my office here. The office that you guys have been in prior to this point has been essentially like my downstairs office, and this is a new office that I set up yesterday. So let me know what you guys think. Jason said it's crazy. FBI cam. Jesse Pinkman, how's it going? What's up? Mara said, which cursor plans are you using? I use the Ultra plan. Yeah, what do you guys think about, you're calling it the FBI cam? The FBI cam. This is actually one of my favorites because it actually kind of shows you guys my desk setup. And then this one here is like the central view, right? So it's just me. So I can go over, everything that we have up. Like, so for example, today I'm going to show you guys this new flow that we have for this new software that we're using for marketing, which is Hootsuite. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but Hootsuite is essentially a software that we're going to be using for marketing, and we're going to be using that to manage our own internal UGC campaigns, and we're going to do that today. So that's on the goal list. I wanted to do that on stream to show you guys how that's going to work. So schedule 5 shorts for BridgeMind. I'm going to show you guys kind of the workflow for that. And what's interesting is that it all ties into ViewCreator because we're going to be building a marketing platform that automates social media. That's what ViewCreator is. That's what our ultimate goal is with ViewCreator. And in the meantime, we've built some tools that creators can use, but we still are not at the point where we have all these, the YouTube API hooked up, the Instagram API hooked up, the Facebook API hooked up, the TikTok API hooked up, the X API hooked up. That's going to take some time. And in the meantime, we're going to push this product, and I'm actually going to, get your opinion today, chat. Samsung said, I did like the natural light. Well, watch this. Okay, so watch this, guys. I'm going to change this up. So look at this. So actually how this is set up is if I go here, so the office does have natural light, but there's a mode here that's like really, really good. It's this one here. The light here is really good. If I change it to this light mode, if I go here, it's like pretty good. So let me know, Sam, what you think about that. Yeah, no natural light, but that's all right, because we have this, right? So this is pretty good. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, so today we're going to be getting these scheduled right off the bat here. And then also we need to push code to production because as you guys know, tomorrow is the start of the hackathon. So let's actually take a look here now. I'm going to pull up how many people have actually enrolled in the hackathon. Let's go to BridgeMind.ai and figure that out. So let's see here. So let's go to join. So if you guys haven't already joined the hackathon and want to, it starts tomorrow. November 3rd to November 10th, $500 in total prizes. Just enter your Discord username. Make sure you join the BridgeMind Discord. And we have, it looks like, decent amount of people. So yeah, 47 people competing in this event. So that starts tomorrow. And yeah, super excited to make this happen. Yeah, the light mode, the white light is a lot better. Yeah, just for natural light. But the red light is cool though too. And I like this because in the dark, this room is pretty much just set to whatever I set it at the LEDs in the top, which is nice because even in the mornings or nights, the light is going to look like this, which is actually better than what I had in the office downstairs. So, you know, I'm excited to do this tomorrow, and this is going to be big. But what we need to do today is we're going to push that code to production for ViewCreator so that the production branch actually has what we've been working on locally. And there's a couple things that we're actually not going to publish with this initial launch, and I'm going to go over that with you guys now. So let's go over to ViewCreator, and I'm going to show you guys essentially, like, let's just go to ViewCreator.ai, and we'll talk a little bit about what we have. Also, one thing I'm going to say is I had a video this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was a video where, you know, obviously here, VibeAcademy.ai is now on the list of projects that we're working on, right? And with VibeAcademy, as you guys know, I have a series now where it's called Building VibeAcademy.ai because VibeAcademy is going to be a product that we bring onto the market now, right? So I'm going to create a video series where I go step by step through building this project. It's going to take about 2 months, and there may end up being maybe like 20 to 30 videos on it over the course of that 2 months, but we're going to build this MVP in 2 months. Max said that you may want to update the description. There are emoji placed in front of all links. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Let me update that. Thank you. Yeah, and update that. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so, there we go. But something I want to show you guys. What's up, Zuhaib? So, we are using ViewCreator to help with some of the things that we have to do for this. So, like, for example, we're using ViewCreator. This is the actual thumbnail that I created, and this was the prompt I had to give it. It's like, hey, this is a really useful tool. This is far better than what I was using with vidIQ before. vidIQ, the quality of it was not as good, and I could never get thumbnails where it was literally not possible for me to drop in 3 images and get this quality of thumbnails. So this one I really liked, but all I had to do was drop in the Next.js logo, Supabase logo, tell it what I wanted it to do, and a picture of my face, and this is with the prompt that I used. This is probably one of the best YouTube thumbnail generators on the market. And what we need to do, and this is actually why I want to talk to you, chat, and I'm going to put this up on the this here so that you guys can see, because this is important, all right? And I'm going to need your guys' help to actually decide. So look at this. So on number 4 here. So number 4, what we need to decide today is the starting prices. And when I say starting prices, I mean, should we let people sign up for free, right? Or should we charge people to sign up? And right now, how it stands, let's just go back to, let's go to ViewCreator.ai and look how it looks like right now. And I'm also going to cover this. We are not going to be launching with the UGC campaign stuff and like sponsors and stuff. We are not going to launch with that. We are just going to launch targeting creators and people that are trying to create using the tools and using these other things. Jesse said the first thumbnail was good too. Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, it's all, I mean, it's all pretty good. You know, I'm very, very happy about it. So, you know, let's look at this, and I want to show you what I was now working on locally this morning. Is let's go over to localhost, and this is how I update it, all right? I think the less amount of options for the plans, the better. Like, for example, I removed the free plan. I'm even considering removing the ultra plan, guys. Like, I think that when you're initially launching a project or a product, you should make it as simple as possible for people to know like what they're getting. And it's possible that we may not even want to offer the ultra plan. Like, we may want to set this up where we just have one plan and you have that plan. And if you don't have that plan, then hey, guess what? Like you don't have any plan. So I'm thinking about doing the pro plan, and how I have it right now, and just let me go to the dashboard. I'm actually going to sign out so I can show you guys how this works. Let's sign out. So if I go to pricing, you know, we have a start 7-day free trial, right? And the issue here is that with the 7-day free trial, you know, people are going to get 500 free credits, which equates to about $5. So that may be opening us up for like potential abuse. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, hey, we need money coming in, and we have about 30 people per day that are signing up for ViewCreator. The problem is that, here, hold on. I got to share my screen. Sorry. There you go. So this is what I'm looking at. The pricing page, all right? This is how we have it set up. XLI said, I feel like the tool market is too competitive not to include a free. You just have to make it really limited, like enough tries to get the first dopamine hit. Yes. So I understand what you're saying, XLI. Zuhaib said, does that not mean we are not having UGC feature on ViewCreator? No, we are going to have it, just not in this initial like 10-day period where we're going to be having the hackathon in the initial launch. I don't think it's needed. I think we need to target, we need to focus in on one particular thing, which is creators, and trying to get creators on the platform. But to XLI's point, so we said that, I think that there should be a free option, right? Well, here's the issue, okay? And this is just from my experience. So I'm just explaining it from my experience. The problem that we have is that we have had the free option up till this point, right? And yes, it's great. 30 people sign up per day for ViewCreator. Most of them are probably coming from the streams. Most of them are probably coming from, these different marketing efforts that we're doing, right? John McConnell said, this looks great. Thank you. Yeah, John McConnell, appreciate it. Yeah, we changed things up. We got the FBI view here. We got the FBI plus the screen. We got just central. And then also we have right here. So definitely an improvement. And I'm happy to change things up, But I think that we're going to have to make a decision on this for starting prices. That's really important. So I want you guys thinking on this. And while we're thinking on it, I want to now walk through essentially some of the marketing pieces that we're going to be doing. So as you guys know, we set up a bunch of internal UGC accounts and we purchased Hootsuite. Now, if you guys are familiar or unfamiliar with Hootsuite, I'm going to show it to you. And Hootsuite is a platform where you're able to connect to all of your social media accounts. So check this out. Look how many accounts I have connected. I think I have like over 20 at this point that are all these different internal UGC accounts and whatnot that we've created for different purposes. So each channel, it's not a bot. We're not botting. Each channel will have its own unique personality. We're just managing a lot of different content. But instead of having to manage it from this right here, my phone, we're going to be able to manage it from one dashboard. And there's different companies that let you do this, right? But Hootsuite, we purchased a plan that essentially allows us to get unlimited accounts and unlimited posting. Let's go, John McConnell. Also, if you guys are watching, you haven't already liked the stream or subscribed, make sure you do so. As you guys can see, we're making significant improvements every day to BridgeMind. And if you guys haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, there is a Discord community, and the Discord community has been growing, guys. It's I think it's up to 566 members, and just for reference, you know, just a couple days ago, we passed 500. So that's how fast that this is growing. Jesse said, just enough credits, limit to a set of tools for the first time experience. Okay, so here's the Discord link. I just dropped it in chat. I'm going to pin it as well. Let's see what XLI said. When you have 20, it's a easy comparison to ChatGPT or other AI. Could mislead people by making false comparisons. So have higher and lower options, in my honest opinion. Okay, that's actually helpful. Okay, so he's saying, XLI is saying, hey, you know, you should have, when you have 20, it's easy comparison to ChatGPT or other AIs. Could mislead people by making false comparisons. So have higher and lower options, in my honest opinion. Okay, so, you know, that is what we're gonna have to decide is, hey, do we want, you know, what kind of plans do we want? So let's just kind of put that on the back burner for now. That's on the list for today, is figure out the starting prices. We also need to push code to production so that we can be ready for the hackathon tomorrow. But then also, I want to show you guys how this works, because we're going to start doing a lot more marketing, and the marketing is very important. Code Forge, you can drop it in the Discord. So this is how it works. So let's go over to Opus Clip, and Opus Clip is a great tool that I use. We're going to build a competing product on ViewCreator, but you know, let's just download this. It looks like, did this failed? Oh, it just failed to load the thumbnail here. Okay. So I dropped this in, right, from the video this morning, and I got a ton of like short clips. So I'm just gonna show this to you guys. So like this one here, so this is a short clip. So the next thing, and this is actually different than what I'm used to. So Supabase, as you guys know, has really, really increased in popularity. So I don't even care what they say. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split this with ViewCreator, and I'm gonna show you guys why ViewCreator is such a useful tool. And we're gonna use Hootsuite. So we're gonna use Hootsuite. We're gonna have Opus Clip here on the left, and then Hootsuite in the middle, because we're gonna be publishing to multiple channels at once. And then we're gonna have ViewCreator on the right. And ViewCreator is ultimately going to become a competitor of Hootsuite, because once we integrate this end-to-end functionality where people can actually create on the platform, like for example, I actually changed this morning, I changed the landing page. So social media on autopilot powered by AI agents. So the ultimate end goal for ViewCreator is we're gonna create an end-to-end platform where people are able to create social media content using the platform and then automatically post it. So, you know, in today's world, you guys can even see what I'm doing right here. I have Opus Clip, which is one tool that I pay for. Then I have Hootsuite, which is another tool that I pay for. And then I'm gonna be using ViewCreator. You could also use like maybe ChatGPT if you wanted to use ChatGPT for that. You know, there's tools on ViewCreator specific for the certain tools that we're going to be using. But it's just going to be very interesting, because our goal is we're going to try and combine these platforms. It's almost like the difference between in vibe coding, where you had to use ChatGPT to copy and paste, versus having an actual AI agent be able to do it every step of the way. So user said, I'm wondering, how do you ensure this can be sold as a service? Any advice? Yeah, I mean, you just have to test your product, right? And that's what we're doing. And I think that ties back into the pricing discussion that we're having. And the pricing discussion that we're having is, you know, we have to figure out, are we going to offer for free, or are we going to make it a paid only? And honestly, I'm leaning towards paid only, guys, because I have entitlements hooked up. I have these things hooked up where people can sign up for free and they can try it, and they get hit with entitlements where they can only have one free tool used per day. But I don't know if that's going to do it, right? I think that we may have to take that a step further and just genuinely make it so that you have to pay. So let me know what you guys think. But here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this, right? So we're going to do the transcript only, and we're literally just going to copy the transcript over from that, and we're going to put it in Spark. And we're going to tell Spark, I need you to create the description for this TikTok video based on the transcript. Include links to, what do you want to sponsor? We want to sponsor BridgeMind. The, Okay, XLI, so end goal is to do most of the work of social media manager or autopilot, as in completely replace. Yeah, so we're gonna build these AI agents so that it not only creates the content, but that it actually goes end to end and is able to do all of this that I'm about to show you guys in one thing, all right? Like, you'll be able to post and just create an AI agent that's able to create content like end to end. And that's going to take some time, but that's the ultimate vision. And you guys are going to continue to see me build this out. Okay, so we're going to create the description, include links to the BridgeMind YouTube channel. What's up, Kevin Newman? Overkill, how's it going? All right, so we're gonna create this. Do we want it to be a YouTube? We can do the BridgeMind YouTube channel. I mean, we can just link to that so that you know these TikToks are gonna have links to the video. All right, do this. Actually, BridgeMind. Let's just do the website www.bridgemind.ai. Also use hashtags for vibe coding, AI, cursor, GPT-5 Codex, Claude Code. All right, so we're going to create the description now with Spark. So Spark's going to create our description, and I'm actually going to have it do no emojis in the description. All right, no emoji in the description. So now what we can do is we can select this one. So we can literally say, I want to post this to the BridgeMind TikTok, the Instagram, and it doesn't look like the YouTube is an option. That's okay. We can also do X. I don't know if this is really a great video for X though, right? So let's not do X. Let's see. Let's just try this. So I actually have not made a post here yet. This is my first time doing it. So you guys are seeing this live here, first time. Okay. Wait, so how do I even, like drag and drop stuff? So create, post. Why can't I not like close this? There we go. All right, so attach this, upload from my computer, and then do we download this? I think we have to download this. So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna click download. This is now here. Supabase for MVPs. All right, this one right here. All right, and then we can just paste that we created. All right, then we literally just post it. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, then just click post now. All right. So those are posted. And then the YouTube video, is that a thing in itself? Is this going to be a video or a... You guys see what I'm trying to figure out? J35, what's good? J35, check out the new setup. This is the new setup, J35. So I'm wondering, how do I get this in? If I go to post, plan socials, why can I not add YouTube here? I don't really understand that. And remember, this is a marketing strategy, guys. This is what we're doing for marketing. And you know, whenever you're trying to build something, like if you're interested in vibe coding and you're interested in SaaS, you not only have to figure out how are you going to market something, you also not only how you're going to build something, but you also have to figure out how you're going to market it. So an error occurred while uploading media. Let's see that. So plan. So this is published. I wonder why YouTube doesn't show up on here. So you can literally select a team. Can I add, like on here, you go to teams and you can like create a team. So I go here and I go to this, then I have a team, and I'm pretty sure, can't I add a, trying to figure out, assign social accounts. So yes, I can add a social channel here. So add this to the team. Okay. So I can create these teams. No, there you go. So I create these teams. So this would be the BridgeMind team, right? Because these are all the BridgeMind associated accounts. This is just the BridgeMind team. And then now I can go to post, and I'm assuming that I can add all 4 of those. It's only 3. You see what I'm trying to figure out? Like it didn't, Eclipse said the angle's funny. Yeah, it's the desk view. So I had 4. Can you not post to? Here, let's ask chat. Or actually, let's do Perplexity on this. How do I post YouTube Shorts on Hootsuite? Is that possible? That's interesting. All right, chat. So what do you guys, does Amy have any thoughts on what to do with our pricing plans? So as you guys know, the pricing plans is something that we need to figure out today. Pricing plans. So are we going to offer a free plan, or are we not going to offer a free plan? That's really important. What do you guys think? All right, so let's just test this out. Let's go back to Hootsuite, and I just don't really understand why it's doing that. All right, YouTube Shorts are automatically created for videos under 3 minutes. Okay, thank you, Brother Codes. Okay, shout out to Brother Codes, thank you. All right, so if we go to YouTube then and do this, then we can do a create here. And then we can drop in that description that we had here. And then we can change it to science and technology. Scheduled to go public, or let's just publish it now. So is this gonna, the question is this gonna be kind of a test. Is this gonna go as a short, or is it gonna go as, I think it's gonna go on as a video, guys. I think it's gonna go on as a video. Hold on. Shorts, videos. NS, what's good? NS said 3 to 7 day free trial. But the problem is, NS, and I'd appreciate your perspective on this. The problem with the free trial is that we're giving them 500 credits. We're gonna give them 500 credits. And that's like $5 basically. Like you can create videos for like 200 credits. And videos are like basically $2 a pop. So remember that, you know, it's like once they have that pro plan, you can create videos, and videos are expensive, guys. It said it'll go live at 30. Okay, hold up. So I'm getting used to this, as you guys can tell. So we did these two. Didn't we do publish now? All right, let's see here. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Shorts. Yeah, I don't see it. That's interesting. Extreme, yeah, he said all big companies use free plan, but just as much as they can test the product. Eclipses says, I mean, free plan depends. If it gives too much value, it's going to be bad for you, but free plan does help with gathering data on what to do next. Okay. I think that's a good point from Eclipses. And as said, give $1 of credits, get them addicted. It uploaded as a short. I just checked. Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, so here is that short that we just did. All right, perfect. And yeah, I'm gonna like my own video. Let's go. All right, thank you for letting me know, Max. Appreciate it. Or no, the movie, thank you. Yep, oh, both of you. The movie and Max, thank you. Shout out to you both. All right, so that's how we do, so that's 1, right? So that's how that works. So now we want to do 5, right? So let's just do that. And so now that we have the workflow, now let's do transcript only, and then just do the same thing with this one. Same thing with this one. So we're going to create another one. Let's download this one, download to HD, go over here, and go to create. And remember, guys, we're going to do 5 of these. We're going to do 5. So we already did 1, so we have 4 more to go. And we're going to start doing this more. And guys, remember, you know, we have a ton of accounts now. We basically have the bot army on us, all right? We got a whole fleet. I don't feel like it's good for X to post this stuff. But we'll do Instagram and TikTok. So you do upload from your computer, and then you can do this one here, and drop this in. All right, perfect. So then we'll do a schedule for later on this one, and we can do, what do you guys want to do? Let's do like 12. Let's do 12:15 on this one. Post must be scheduled at least 15 minutes into the future. PM. All right, done. Schedule 2. Boom. So 2 are now scheduled. XLI said free users, free but less than $3 per free user. Ideally, the user can experience a good output within $1, so you can keep it to $2. Free users don't have to try everything. Maybe they don't get credit-heavy features unless they buy more credits. Yeah, so that's how it's set up right now, right? So that's how it's set up right now. I'm just wondering, like, hey, when we start, you know, doing this, my question is, should we weed out free users? Do we want, this is the question that we have to ask ourselves, guys, and this is why I now have a whiteboard here. So this is what I'm thinking, okay? I need like a rag or something so I don't have to erase with my finger. Also, what do you guys think about the new setup? What do you guys think about the new setup? Okay, so we have to decide, do we want a lot of users? Do we want a lot? For way less money? Like right now we have 30 per day, right? So that's probably gonna go up. Or do we want less users, but they're all gonna be paying? And I think that this is going to be have to something, you know, that we have to decide is, do we want less or more? Do you want less users that are actually paying money and are serious about using the product because they're paying, or do you want, you know, a bunch of users that are on there for free that are essentially just, you know, freeloading? And I'm starting to have the perspective of, you know, we may want to change things up. Maybe start listing pros and cons of free users on the whiteboard. Okay, yeah. Whiteboard's lit. I like the whiteboard. Hold up. I need like a rag. That's fine. I'll just use my finger for today. I'll get a rag next stream. All right. So, and I think this is important to everybody out there that's trying to, you know, start your own thing is, hey, I think that we're going to have to decide, do we want, you know, let's just break this into two things, right? Let's do pros over here. Pros and cons. Pros and cons of making there be a free option. Free tier. So, pros and cons of a free tier with your own SaaS, right? So, the pros, I would say, is you are going to get more users. You are going to get more users. That is a fact. You are going to get more users. Another pro is more people to test. Testing things, breaking things, sharing feedback. You're going to get more feedback. More feedback. More users, more people testing, more feedback. Chat, let me know what else you guys think. Mohit said, dope setup. Eclipses said, nice setup. Prince says, you're not a VC-backed company to offer a free plan. You may want to offer a free plan, free trial for limited time with limited credits for limited features if they want, so the users can try your apps. And yes, so Prince, that's a good point, because that's how we set it up currently. Like, we don't have to build the free tier. The free tier, all that logic that you guys are talking about like limiting features and not giving them that many credits, like, guys, we already have that, right? And how it works right now is we built this concept of entitlements. And if you guys know what entitlements are, it's essentially where you have entitlements based on feature usage. So let's say that somebody uses the YouTube thumbnail generator once, right? That's going to get marked in the feature usage table. And the next time that if they're free, they can only use that tool once per day. They can only use that tool. It's an entitlement. But if you have the pro plan, you can have unlimited usage to that feature. And if they try and use it again, like let's say a free user uses I can just show you right now. I don't know if you guys have free trials or are on the free plan, you know, you can try it. If you try and use it for a second time, it's literally going to pop up a modal that says, hey, like, you only get one usage of this every 24 hours. Like, you have to upgrade to pro if you want to use it, right? So we have that logic built. It's just, do we want to offer it? NS said, more is easier, sales and word of mouth, just a free trial with $1 of credit. Half of them will forget to cancel. Well, NS, the problem is the free plan does not require a credit card. Do you guys see what I mean? The free plan does not require a credit card. So you have no credit card. Jesse said, but then how will less people know what they want to go with ViewCreator without testing at first? Well, that's the thing, is that your marketing. If your marketing is on point, like, there's people that they just immediately buy a product. That's the kind of person that I am. When I like go to a website and I know that I need something, I'll just buy it, right? Like Hootsuite. I went, I saw it, I knew what I needed, I bought it, right? And now we have it. Now we're using it. Okay, what did Max say? So Max said, for free users, leave it as it is, but log IP so they can't abuse making a new account to abuse features. That's a good point. We could do that. As long as you get card in charge after trial date. Yeah, so, and as to answer your question, it's like, you know, we don't actually have that option, right? So, all right, Jesse said, my suggestion, free plan for now, change it later down the line. Okay, so we're just going to start taking some votes, all right? So, cons, let's just do the cons. Cons, you're going to get less revenue. Less serious users. Less revenue, less serious users. What else am I missing? But let's just take some votes, all right? So that's one vote for pro. XLI said pro, free marketing if it generates user content with the marketing. Oh, nice. That's a good point. All right, so free marketing with watermark. That's a good one. How about watermarking even for free users? Maybe free marketing as well. Mohit, nice. So that's actually, so two of you just made this point. So free marketing with watermark, that's two of you guys actually just made that point. So we don't have watermarking integrated yet, but it wouldn't be that hard to integrate. So I think that's some really good points. If you guys are watching right now and you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And there is a Discord link in chat. So make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already. But But guys, I really like the idea, so keep them coming. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Oh, I put it under cons. Oh, oops. Okay, free marketing with watermark. My bad. Nice catch. Yeah, not a bad idea. Okay. So keep it coming, guys. I'm going to keep working on it. We have to get to 5, remember. So we're going to get 5 posts. Let's do another YouTube post. So YouTube video. And all we have to do is drag and drop. And then we're going to go over here, copy this, paste it in, select science and technology, schedule to go. Why can't I not schedule this? Oh, I think it has to process first. So let's schedule it to go public. Or wait, what's going on here? Do I have to do this first? Okay. So you set it private. So then schedule to go public. And we'll do 1240. Yeah, that's fine. Software kind of has some bugs in it. Can't close the calendar, guys. All right, that's fine. Schedule. All right, so that's 2. And we're going to start hammering these goals. And guys, this is kind of how I work, right? Is I think that you have to have the goals and you have to be kind of having a list. So we already did the video on choosing the tech stack. I needed to make that because we need to continue to grow. We need to continue to grow the Discord. And we need to continue to grow the community. So we did that. So that's crossed off the list. And then schedule 5 shorts for BridgeMind. So we already have 2, 3 more on that. All right, so Max said you could also block VPNs as you could contact an external API listed with the user IP. Most APIs with an IP lookup will show whether it's a VPN. Yeah, so we could do that at the web application firewall level. I'm good, Lean. How are you? So, okay, so here Anime said, can you tell me the website that you're using to vibe code? Yes, we're using Cursor and Codex, Claude Code, all of them. Prince said you can consider the free plan once you have a lot of paid users and good MRR based on your goals, then add a free plan in the future to get more users who may convert to be paid users. Wait, so Prince, what are you saying? Are you saying yes to free users or no? Let's take a vote, guys. Let's just, here, I'm going to do a poll here. I'm going to start a poll. Free tier, yes or no. Make your guys' votes. I just did a poll. Let me know if you guys want free tier, no free tier. And I'm going to keep doing this. And I'll just pull this up. Here. Let me share this. Because this is how it works currently. You literally, here are the free tier options. And let's just do another video. So download, transcript only. And then drop here. And Spark is pretty nice. I like Spark. I don't use Droid AI, no. I have before, I've tried it out. I think I'm always in favor of trying out new tech tools. There's a couple people in the space that are they're, getting paid by Droid. I don't think it's that good. What's non-indexable? Lovable? What do you mean? All right, so 82%. So we have 17 votes. 82% are in favor of the free tier. So looks like we're gonna keep it as is. Okay. All right, so free tier it is. So starting prices are gonna stay as they were, free, pro, ultra. Free, pro, ultra. So that goal is now crossed out. So we still have to get 5 shorts for BridgeMind uploaded. And, we're going to start doing this on a better scale. I think for now, what you guys are seeing me do is you guys are seeing me start to really push the marketing. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll. 21 votes, 86% for yes on the free plan. So we're going to do a free plan, guys. The people have spoken. I'm a man of the people, as you guys know. Okay. All right, Max said, have you tried Minimax's new M2 model? It's free until the 7th, and it's pretty decent in my opinion. Yeah, I've been hearing about that model. I haven't used it myself. How can you even use it? How do you use Minimax? It's on... Can you use it in Cursor, or where is it offered? Oops, that's fine. All right, so Hootsuite, go back to create, post, then you can literally just select the team. I'm not gonna do Twitter. And then I'm gonna upload this here. Select this one, this video. And then paste what we had in from Spark. Okay, perfect. And yeah, Hootsuite does have a lot of issues. That's all right. Okay. Jesse said, reason the free plan is better is because in the initial stages of ViewCreator, user engagement is very much required. And after you get an audience of user base using ViewCreator frequently, ... I think that's a good point. Mohit said, it depends on your cost. What is the cost per tool, call, or agent use? Yeah, I mean, it is expensive, right? But the thing is I think that you can look at it as almost like a marketing expense. You know, you can do that. You can look at the things as like, okay, well, this is just a marketing expense, for example. And I think that that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to kind of have to look at it and say, okay, this is a marketing expense for the time being. And, you know, this is just something that we're going to have to put up with, is that people are probably going to abuse this. But the thing is that it's not like terrible. You know, the free plan, they get 100 free credits, which is kind of like, you know, $1. And then they also, I mean, that's really it, right? So people could abuse that, but at the same time, I think that Jesse has a good point. I think that you guys all have a good point. Give the video a title. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. And there is a link to the Discord in the description as well, or pinned to the chat. So make sure you do that as well. Max, okay, so wait, hold up. XLI said you could add a couple of to-dos like watermark and duplicate IP on whiteboard, but you may just have to invest some money for free users. Yeah, 100%. Okay, Max said I use it through Copilot with Olama, but I'm sure you can get an API key and add it to Cursor yourself. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Can you recommend me a free website to vibe code? There's not really any free websites to vibe code anymore. Do you guys have any free models that, you know, you can suggest? Okay, so let's go back to 1 here. So this one will go out at 150. Oh, shoot, I didn't do a title. Can I update this? I'll probably have to go to YouTube to do that, right? So we're going to knock this to-do out. Also, wow, 6,049 subs. Let's go, guys. We're blowing up. All right. So we can go to content, and we can go to this one here, and we'll just... Or wait, why did that one... Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay. Save. Okay, so let's see here. Jesse, okay, so Prasan said, in my opinion, keep free tier with credit card, like 7 days free trial with whatever mechanism you have currently. I feel this is the best approach while offering a free tier. Okay, wait, so your point is to take in a credit card when they're doing the free tier? Like is that your perspective? Jesse said, then you could say that I have enough engagement and let's lock down the prices. That's a really good point. Rohith said that in his experience, GLM 4.6 is better than Minimax M2. I'm just not a fan of the local models in general, at least for me personally. Everybody has their own workflow. Everybody has their own stack. You got to use what works for you. Okay, so we've now done 3 of these. So we only have 2 more left, guys. So let's knock them out. So let's go back to Opus Clip here, and let's do the same thing that we've been doing. So download, transcript only, copy this, and go to Spark. Same thing, write the title and description for this short. Or like, okay. Graphics, what's up? Mohit said, agree, it is marketing experience, but there is an issue with it. The abuse by non-serious users will hurt it 100%. I mean, if it becomes a problem, I think we can patch it fairly quickly. You know, we will be able to patch it. Also, let's see what we have back from Spark. I mean, Spark is great, guys. Spark is really, really useful when you're doing marketing. So I'm happy we built that. All right, go back here, drop it in. And we'll just do that. And then upload from computer. And then it's this one here. Boom. Drop it in. Okay, Max said Windsurf has their SWE 1 model, but you do have to have some pretty good prompts. The better vibe coding tools are paid. Well, now, Max, they have that SWE 1.5 model. Have you seen that? SWE 1.5, it has 950 tokens a second. We tried it on the stream the other day. It was decent, you know, not going to be a super intelligent model just because of how fast it is, but it was pretty good. Okay, we'll schedule this one for 2. I think that's good to go off, right? Yeah, schedule. So there we go. So that's 4, but we still have to do YouTube. I don't like how you can't do the YouTube one at the same time. Super bases, boom. Oh, I actually like that description that it did there. Okay, now here, same thing. Just do line breaks here. And then we'll schedule this one out for like 3. Oh wait, no. This, and then 3. Perfect. All right, cool. Oh wait, that's film and animation. Yeah, no. I forgot to change the category here. Science and tech. Okay, so chat said, Max said, yeah, I saw you using it the other day, but I think it's paid for now. Oh, really? Jesse said we could just assign a unique device ID for each device and restrict from there. Yes, we could. Mohit said try Kiro for 1 month free. It's good for anyone looking for some free tier. Prasan said, yes, take the credit card while giving the free trial. In my experience of running my own SaaS, I have seen those who do not want to give the credit card for free trial. They hardly convert, abuse, and leave. Okay, so that's actually a really good point. And I think that Prasan, so what he's saying is that even though that you have this free tier, could we potentially require a credit card even though it's free? So I think that this is actually a really good point, because what he's saying is, hey, you know what you could do is, you know, you could have the free plan still and have it in the place that it is, but then you could also require the credit card on top of that. And I think that's actually a really good point and potentially kind of a middle ground for what we're discussing right now. So let's change this back now to, let's go to this, and let's do science and tech. And now that's done, we now only have 1 left. So let's mark this. So this is almost done. We have 1 more, so let's go back to Opus Clip here. And let's do transcript only. And, oops, do same thing. Okay. Jesse said, it's a vague concept, but I'm sure this approach is used somewhere. Brother Code said, maybe not a free tier, but give initial credits when they create an account. Sam Stone said, that is normal to require a Stripe card to get a free account. Serious free users, maybe a good idea. Yeah. Okay, so let's implement that. Let's implement that. Let's actually put this on the to-do list. So let's actually erase a lot of this, and let's put this on the to-do list. So I think we have our solution. So we're gonna offer the free plan, but we're gonna have to update some things so that they're required to give us the credit card, okay? That's what we're gonna do. So I appreciate your guys' feedback, and that's what we're gonna do. So number 5 here. So we're gonna do the free plan, plus credit card. So we're gonna do a free plan plus the credit card is what we're gonna figure out. And that's number 5. So let's get this. We have only one more short left. So let's just do that real quick. So let's go here. Hootsuite. Did I already download this video? All right. Post. Go here. And you guys can see I'm going to game this marketing system. It's all about gaming the system, right? It's all about figuring out what is the best way to do something? How do you game the system and figure out the best process for it? And just get better, because hey, if you're learning as you're going and you just don't stop and you keep showing up every day, you'll eventually get better and you'll have the skills that are required to be successful. Okay, so Jesse said Brother Code's another valid approach, but I think it's the same as the free plan. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do, guys. This is what we decided here. Let me expand the camera so you guys can actually see it full screen here. So free plan with the credit card. And that's the only change that we actually need to make, is we're just going to make it so that they have to enter a credit card for the free plan. But then again, there may be some issues with that as well. We'll look at it in a second. Once we get into the code here. We'll get in the code in about like 5 minutes. So if you guys are ready to vibe code, get ready, because we're about to start vibe coding. Okay, so this one, schedule for later. Let's schedule this one for like later tonight. Let's do 5 p.m. All right, that's good. And then now YouTube. That there. Okay, this here. Public. This one can go out at 5. Schedule. Okay. All right. So that one's now done. So back to our goals here. Central. So this one, 5 shorts for BridgeMind. This is now done. That's done. So now we're going to have to push code to production. But before we do this, let's actually figure out this free plan. I'm going to drop the desk down a little bit. So guys, check this out. This is one cool thing, is that this desk here literally is a standing desk. Actually, my brother got this for me as a gift, just out of the kindness of his heart. And let's take a seat and actually lock in here on some coding now. So you guys are seeing some crazy stuff now. All right, so let's now X out of Hootsuite and let's pull up cursor here. Let me check chat. Apariam said, let's go. Whiteboard is back. Yeah, Apariam, let's go. How's it going, man? Mohit said, I see these as an option. Number 1, take credit card to get serious users. 2, free plan for the first usage and then switching to low cheap models. Yeah. The movie said 5th one is like pay as you go or something else. We'll go over. I'll show you guys how it works and what we're going to do. XLI said, I say push-ups before code. All right. The problem is we need a new push-up cam, I think. I don't really have the camera set up yet for like push-ups. I need like a ground cam or something like that, like a push-up cam. That's the only scene that I'm missing, right, guys? A push-up scene. Thanks, Apariam. Yeah, I updated the. Oh, you guys can't hear the sound. Battle station vibes. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, so let's now X out of this. And we're going to go over some code now. So this is local, and we did make some changes, and now we're going to change some things back. So we have this Pro plan, and then we have the Ultra plan. So what I was thinking is, this is what's initially there, right? We're not going to allow sponsors to sign up. We're just going to do creators to launch, okay? And we have this free plan. This is how it's been, is that you can do the free plan. Like if I go over here, let's just sign out of my account. Let me sign out real quick. So sign out, let's go here, and let's just take a look at what it normally looks like. So you can start with the free plan, get started for free, get started. You're gonna have to pay for both of these right on sign up. So the reason that, these don't have free trials is because, okay, sound is clear. Okay, cool. So the reason that these don't have free trials is because, guys, I mean, they're getting 500 free credits, and they're getting access to be able to create like videos, and videos are expensive to create no matter which way you cut it, right? So, you know, I don't think that we can really allow people to do that. Before we get started, let's do some push-ups. Let me see if I can get the room cam here fixed. Okay, so this is how this works. Hold on here. Let me move this over here. Let me see if I can adjust this down a little bit. So this camera is like, can I set it so that it's like, literally, this is the new push-up cam? Oh my gosh. Oh wait, is that good? I mean, I guess. You guys can see I have a bunch of water bottles over there in the corner. I mean, I think this is good. All right, guys. Well, I just changed the camera around, so if you guys ask for it, if you guys don't do them with me, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've been getting up to like 50 lately. Yeah, I can do like 50 push-ups now, which I'm not kidding. I used to, like, when I started doing the push-ups on stream, I could only do like 35 at a time, and now I can do 50, which is insane. I mean, it's crazy. So if you guys want to join me in the push-ups, let's get it. Let's get some push-ups in, guys. I'm gonna do. Who knows? I mean, by the time that in like a couple weeks, I'm gonna be doing like 80 push-ups at a time at this rate. You guys always ask me to do them. But also, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed or joined the Discord, make sure you do so. We do push-ups around here. We get jacked. But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna do 50 bomb. All right, I did 55. We're going up, guys. I said 55. Let's go. I did 55. We're up another 10%. All right, move this back. That's insane, because I'm literally getting stronger. So, come on, Jesse. All right, let's get back to it. So, how we're gonna have to do this is pretty straight and simple. Okay, so let's go to agents here. Let me move this around a little bit. Terminate. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's do Composer 1 here. Review the pricing plans on the pricing page, and then let's actually drop this in here. So close my docs. So it's in the ViewCreator UI, pricing page, pages, and then obviously pricing. It's in a couple different places, and they all really should be rendering from the same file. W's in the chat, guys. Let's go. If you guys are watching, you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. As you can see, you know, we're making improvements around here. I took yesterday off from streaming, not from working. I love working. Oh my gosh, it literally fired me up to know that everybody was out partying and getting drunk this weekend. Not everybody, but I know there's other people like us out there. Obviously, there's 66 people, at least. But a lot of the people that I used to know. Okay, so pricing. Then we want the sign up also to have this logic. So we find a free trial. Yeah, free trial. Oh man. All right. I cannot find this. I mean, it's sign up. Oh, okay, yeah, that was another project I was working on. All right, sign up. Back. Okay, wait, hold up. Let's go to local. Start free trial. Sign up. What? Oh. Review these files. Deku, you must not be using the thumbnail generator because the thumbnail generator is great. Yeah, thumbnail generator. I use it for I think it's the best, one of the best thumbnail generators on the market. You just have to use it right. You have to give it the right prompt. Review these in depth. I want to add back the free plan as an option. Also, actually, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I want to add the free plan back in as an option. Browser tab. Okay, so let's go over to pricing. So here the free plan is back. Free plan's back. Yeah, thanks, Max. All right, free plan's back. Okay, so update those pages. Let's just double check. Go to the free trial page, make sure. Oh yeah, that now auto goes there. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna need to take a look at this. So start free trial. I no longer want to offer. Hold on, guys. Let me move this around. I'm sorry. So you guys can actually see this. I'm moving this up here. Let's actually go this corner. Or, I don't know where the best place to put it is. Maybe down here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Cursor is definitely expensive. Yeah. Yeah, Codex is definitely probably one of the best price-wise. The free 7-day trial for Pro or Ultra. If the user wants to start for free, they use the free plan. Okay. So that's going to update that because we don't want people to be able to have a 7-day free trial and get all those free credits, right? Because people would just use that, abuse it, and then leave, and maybe even create another account. So you have to watch out for that. Max said Codex isn't that good unless you're using it in WSL. I think Codex is great. All right, so that's back there. And then subscription required. Nice. Okay. You just said, hey, that's amazing. You've come a long way. Thank you. I now want to make it so that users have to input their credit card to sign up for the free plan. So even though it's free, I still want to launch a Stripe checkout session and get their credit card. All right, so shout out to, I forget who it was, but appreciate for the feedback there. Oh, it's a Windows subsystem? Yeah, I really like Codex. I use it a lot. Okay. So let's test that. Thank you, Prasan. Prasan said, the best thing about you is you are growing with your community and taking account everyone's suggestion. You will go a long way. Hope you remain this way once you become big. Hey, thank you, Prasan. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I just want to stay true. I want to stay authentic. And I mean, that's ultimately the goal, right? Is, you know, I don't want to change. All right, go to pricing. Make sure that this redirects to the free trial page correctly with the correct plan in the parameters. Right now, the sign up page is only taking in the pro monthly parameter. This is incorrect. Make sure that it is able to render in the different plans based off of which plan the user is selecting. Neil Scroll, I usually actually do not use one session. I'm just using one session at a time right now because we're focusing in on this one singular task. We're just focusing in on it. So that's why we only have one session right now. We're just kind of locking in. Mr. President, over on Kick, to answer your question, I use the Cursor Ultra plan. And Mr. President, to share the music playlist, let me see. Yeah, I can share the music playlist. If anybody likes the music playlist, I'll share that right now. Hold on, let me drop it in chat. Give me one sec. All right, here's the playlist for anybody that wanted it. Do you prefer Cursor over Codex? No, I'm just using Cursor right now. You know, I think that the recent Cursor 2.0 update did change things. I think that they did a great job. You know, I will say that, you know, I'm still going to be using Codex. But, yeah, I mean, they did a great job with this one, guys. Make it so that clicking on the ViewCreator logo takes the user back to their previous page that they were on, not redirects to the... Danny said, you can use Codex as a model in Cursor. I feel like these comparison questions are missing some context. True. Yeah. I mean, I think that, you know, what people are asking, Danny, is just the experience, right? Do you like using Codex like this, like in the CLI? Like, for example, you know, if I just launch a terminal and, you know, pop up this one of the CLIs, you know, I think that this is how a lot of people imagine Codex is in the CLI. But to Danny's point, what he's saying is, hey, you don't have to use it. Like, you can go to the editor, And make sure I don't have anything sensitive in my editor. You can go to the editor and, you can just click Codex here, open Codex sidebar, and here's Codex. You can use Codex right here, right? So that's what Danny is saying is that, hey, you can use Codex inside of Cursor. And I don't use Codex a ton like this. I actually like it in the terminal view for some odd reason. I don't know why. But I think Cursor did a great job with this. All right, so that now works. So let's actually test this. So let's try a test account. Let's sign up and do BridgeMind Apps plus 10 and do a quick sign up here and just test this process, because now what should happen is it should sign up. I'll try a different email. Hold up. Let me check the logs. Oh. This got disconnected, didn't it? Yeah. And another thing about Cursor 2.0 that I really like is just the terminal experience and the browser experience has been huge. All right, so let's CD and let's get all these relaunched. So that's the home website, ViewCreator UI. npm run dev. All right, hold on, chat. I'm gonna lock in here for a second. Wait, that's already running. Killed the task running on port 3003. Okay, so Niels Gross said Cursor is strong compared to Codex because you can select different divs in browser. So often I need like 4 sentences to describe Cursor, what I mean, instead of just clicking on it like in Cursor. Yeah, that's a good point. Codex CLI is like 10 times cheaper than using it over API and Cursor. Yeah, but you can also, what I showed just there was just, hey, you can use it in, you can just have it in as the Cursor, or the Codex sidebar is also an option. So you can be using it in, in Cursor, but is that you can only use it with the editor view now though? If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, there is a link to the Discord in the chat. Okay. Uh-oh. Now killed the task running on port 3001. Okay. All right, go here. Okay, so Danny said that Codex is a model and a platform. Codex API, Codex CLI, Codex Cloud Agent, and then the Cursor agent equals whatever model you select, including Codex. I'm saying you can use Codex as a model instead of Composer or Claude 4.5 sign it within the Cursor agent window tool. I use that more than the extension. Okay, so Danny's saying, hey, he uses this model here, GPT-5 Codex, inside of the Cursor agent, which I think is really well said. Also, Dan is he's certified. Okay, so let's test this now. So create account, that's good. So now let me pop up my email and get that verification email. And what should happen here is now right after we verify our email, it should launch the Stripe checkout session, which it is. And now we can enter a card, which it's amazing that you can now do this in Cursor though, just so you guys know. Like this is a huge benefit of Cursor. So enter our card and checks out, goes to sign up complete. Got an internal server error here. Oh, it's because it wasn't running. Oh, that's running on... Killed the task running on port 3000. Yeah, WDN. Okay, also, guys, don't forget that in, I think it's less than an hour and 45 minutes, we're going to be doing a project sharing in Discord. It shouldn't be too long, but anybody that wants to share your projects and would be interested in sharing your projects in our Discord, you can now do that. In 45 minutes, I'm gonna have to get off the stream and do project sharing. If I can show this to you guys here. Just like in our Discord, we have a project sharing. I don't think you guys can really see it, but oh, actually, I just accidentally joined it. So hold on, let me get the music back on. But yeah, so we have project sharing going live in like 45 minutes here. So anybody that wants to share in your projects, you guys will be able to get on stage and share them. I'll be there. So if you guys want to share your projects, feel free to join the Discord and check it out. How many million tokens do you burn daily? Maris just asked. I actually don't know how many million tokens I burn daily. Okay, so here's the onboarding process. So it says, welcome to ViewCreator. Take me there now. You complete a 5-step survey. Complete survey, and then it's going to redirect you to the respective dashboard. In this case, it's going to be port 3003. So, okay. Okay, so that's an issue. So you guys can see we got redirected to subscription required, which shouldn't happen because we did select a free subscription. So let's see if this is only an issue for... Hold on, let's see if this was only an issue with our most recent logic, because that's something that I created because somebody could authenticate and then they could just X out and then they could access with an authenticated token the dashboard and like review it. But I integrated some logic yesterday so that if they don't actually have a subscription, then it's going to, you know, redirect them to that subscription required page. So let's see if that's only happening now for that particular plan. Is it only happening with the free plan, or is it also happening for every other plan? Let's see. I'm assuming that this is just... Alright, so redirect. Sign up complete. Yes. Continue to dashboard. Oh. Alright, so let me launch my Stripe checkout. So that's not just consolidated, it's also with the other ones. So let's check that out. It's a bug. Sebastian said, I know I have said this before, but really enjoy watching you live while working on my own projects. On the side, feels like I'm working with someone, so keep up the good work. Thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate the support and the feedback. Yeah, and if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed or joined the Discord community, you know, feel free to do that because, you know, that's what we're building. We're building a community. And, you know, you guys can probably tell is that, you know, I don't want to be a content creator. I don't want to be somebody that ends up being a sellout to a bunch of sponsors and stuff. I actually... The main mission is the businesses and to get this working in public. And yeah, appreciate it. All right, so let's go. I'm going to go to the test mode here. And once you're in test mode, you can see customers. And so, okay, so this is important, guys. So this is how Stripe works. So for those of you that are curious as to how Stripe works and, you know, what that looks like in the Stripe dashboard, I want to explain this to you guys. So as you guys know, we signed up as BridgeMind Apps, right? And so this is the user that I just signed up as that you guys saw. And you guys can see that he has a ViewCreator Pro subscription for $20 a month and that it did succeed. But there's a couple issues that I see that are occurring, okay? Number one, it's not setting that card to the default because if I go back to customers, there is no default card. So that's an issue. And another issue is that then in our actual application code, instead of recognizing that pro subscription, or recognizing any subscription, it's immediately redirecting. And it's saying, hey, you don't have a subscription. So that's an issue. So we're going to take a look at this. And we're going to see what's going on, okay? So we're going to use Codex for this. Review the logic in the ViewCreator Creator UI on this page. And then I'm going to drop in that reference page, okay? Because remember, guys, when you are using AI, it's very important that you give it all the reference context that it needs, right? So we're going to go back to the dashboard. Hold on. Hold on, guys. There's something going on here. Oh, because I signed up there. Yes. I like Claude Code, but I like Codex more. I've got all the subscriptions. Unlock ViewCreator Pro. So this one here. Note that this happened on onboarding. So essentially what happened is I signed up for an account, went through the Stripe checkout session, got redirected to the creator dashboard, and then it just redirected me straight to this page, even though I did successfully create a subscription. Review this in depth, and then review the ViewCreator API as well as the Yeah, so Valentine said Stripe's customer ID and UID in your Postgres are different, so when a user creates a subscription to you, you should add the UUID from Postgres to the metadata so Stripe has access to it. Is that your issue? So yes, so great point, and your thinking is spot on. So that's a great idea, right? And I'm going to kind of explain my thinking to you. So down here you can see the metadata, right? So user ID, you can see this is the metadata of that user. So you're spot on, right? You're spot on with that's what should be happening, and that's what is happening, right? Now in our database, you're right. That is different. You have the customer ID of the Stripe subscription or the Stripe customer ID in your database so that you can then make calls to it, right? And that's how we have it set up. We have a Stripe customer ID column, and then we also in Stripe, you have that user ID column there in the metadata. And that's how we have it set up. So if I pull up Stripe, so if I go to pgadmin, and let's just find this user in the database, and we'll actually debug this. We'll make sure, we'll just confirm, right? Because I think that Valentine has a good point. Let's just kind of check. And what I suspect is that it's some type of issue regarding it refreshing either the JWT or just not properly fetching that subscription. But let's check. I'm going to pull up users here. I'm going to screenshot what I'm seeing on my end. Okay. Okay. So here is the Stripe customer ID in the database. This one right here. So let's just confirm that this is the Stripe customer ID that we're seeing in the Stripe dashboard, right? So let's now pull this back up, right? So this is what's in the database, and the Stripe customer ID you can see right here. and they don't match. So this is big. So shout out to Valentin Rantes, because let me just double check and confirm. But it looks like, oh wait, hold on. I actually did have the wrong one. I screenshotted the wrong one. Hold on, this is incorrect. 1 second. Okay, wait, this is the correct one. Sorry, I was looking at BridgeMind Apps 1000. So hold on, this is the correct one. So do these match? SGK, yes. Okay, so they do match. They do match. So still shout out to Valentin. We're not storing the Stripe subscription ID, because if you have the customer ID, then you can do the subscription ID as well, just in code. Okay. Sander asked a good question, or Sander asked a good question. I'm thinking of switching to Supabase. Any thoughts? What's your guys' recommendations? It's for a React Native mobile app. Yeah, so Supabase, that's actually the tech stack that I'm going to be using for our Vibe Academy project. I don't know if you guys saw the video this morning where I was talking about the best vibe coding stack to use in 2025. And I do think that Supabase is now probably the best to use when using vibe coding, just because of the strength of that MCP, as well as the ability to put a REST or GraphQL API on top of the database. It's just gonna decrease the amount of workload that you have. So that is working. So I just want to confirm, as well as the review this in depth and then review the ViewCreator, as well as the ViewCreator Creator UI. I can the customer ID of the BridgeMind Okay, let's actually try this. So we're gonna drop this into Codex here, but then we're also gonna launch Claude Code with Opus, because we have Opus usage. And we're gonna do an ultra think on this. And we're going to drop in what we see there. All right. So let's see if they can figure it out. Okay, so chat. So yeah, so Danny said that Supabase is very user-friendly and approachable. Cherif said, you are on a pricing phase. Can you tell me what you're doing here? What are you building? So yeah, so we have built ViewCreator.ai. So we've actually already shipped the product into open beta. You can access it at ViewCreator.ai. Right now, we're just kind of polishing up our pricing. So we decided today, hey, do we want to use, actually, I'm going to stand here. So you're actually going to see the whiteboard behind me now again with today's goals on it and stuff. So this is going to go up a little bit here. Okay, so yeah, so on our list today, it was starting prices. So we wanted to decide, hey, what are we actually shipping with pricing-wise? And we decided that we were going to do a free plan. So right now, we do have the free plan, but we also decided that we were going to change it so that users had to input their credit card even for the free plan, because somebody in chat essentially said, hey, it may be a good weed out to make it so that there is a free plan, but that even though it's free, the user still has to put their credit card in, just because it shows that they're serious, like they're putting their credit card in. So I think that's helpful. I hope that explains your question. You can go to viewcreator.ai. Also, there's information and a link down below. If you guys are new here, make sure that you stick around, that you like, subscribe, and join the Discord community if you haven't already. I'm going to give a quick shout out to a couple people that have joined the Discord. Shout out to Max, shout out to Justin, shout out to Nils. Welcome to the Discord community, guys. I'm happy that you're here. And if you guys have not already joined the Discord, make sure you do so. Let's see here. So Prasan, yeah, Prasan was the one that actually recommended that. What's up, Enrique? How's it going? Max said, did you complete the 5 media posts on the to-do? Yeah, we already did that, Max. Already done. Thank you for double checking though. But yeah, that's crossed out here. Let's show you guys the close up here on the board. Here, central. So here's the board. So yeah, so this is done. Video on tech stack, that was this morning. So that was the one where I was essentially talking about for Vibe Academy, which is another project that we're working on. Vibe Academy, the tech stack that we're going to use for that is Next.js, and then we're going to have Supabase. So if you guys are interested in Supabase, we're going to be using that. There's going to be more videos on that coming soon. That's going to be a video series, so I'm not going to be going over that very much on live streams until it becomes a project that we're actually doing like the marketing behind and stuff. But right now it's very early on, so I don't expect to be doing a ton of stuff on that. But okay, so we have now the free plan plus credit card. That's what we're figuring out now. But we had a bug. The bug that we're dealing with now is we've got subscription required is all screwed up. So we're dealing with a subscription required redirect bug is what we're dealing with right now. We have a bug on that. So, and Ricky said, is your mic coming in from one side? I'm only getting left on your mic. I don't think so. Let me know if that's a problem that you guys are having. Check out the Omen, guys. That's the Omen down there. So water bottles. This is actually the computer. This is the OG down here. This used to be my pride and glory here. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but this is where it all started for me. This computer was goated. This computer's been through a lot, guys. The Omen. Classic Omen. Alright, so these are still trying to work here. Give them some time, because we're going to need to fix that. Is there anything that we can do in the meantime? Like, maybe there's any build errors or anything? Wow, so Opus on UltraThink actually looks like it fixed. So we're gonna let Opus take the reins on this one now, because Opus not only it was on UltraThink and it actually figured it out faster than here. Sorry, you guys are in the room view. So Opus here, this one just finished, so that's actually a pretty good comparison. So Opus, I started after Codex, and it still actually beat Codex, which is very interesting. A lot of people do say that Codex is a lot slower than Claude. So that finished. So let's actually refresh this and see if this works. We did run npm run build, so we're going to have to rerun that. Okay. Prasan said, I think you should add some kind of modal to state that users need to add card, but it won't be charged, instead of directly redirecting to checkout so the user knows card is added but won't be charged. That's actually a really good idea. I think that's a good point. Let me consider it, and because we would need to update the logic there. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, welcome everybody to the community. Let me check the Discord and see if there's any more shout-outs that need to be made. Not yet. Oh yeah, Zero, welcome to the community. Shout out to Zero. Welcome in, we're happy you're here. There's a link pinned in the chat if you haven't already joined. L Cable Management. Yeah, no, that's so true. That's hilarious. Ryan, yeah, new setup. And Ricky said, that's a legit setup. The PC on the carpet though, you're crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I need, hey, I literally just did it yesterday. So, still work in progress. Let's refresh this here. Can I get around now? Oh, I think I can get around now. Okay, I think we did fix it. Yeah, it looks like we did fix it. Okay. I think we did get it. Nice. Opus. Dr. Opus. Let's go. Alright, Cherif said, you're successful, bro. Try not to go too hard on yourself. What do you mean, man? I got very high standards for myself. It's a tough world out here. I'm just getting started in life. I got lots of goals and aspirations, and really, I'm just getting started. Okay, so that looks good. I'm very, very happy. Opus was able to one-shot that quickly and faster than Codex, so just a note to yourself. That was able to do pretty good. So this here, so the free plan plus credit card, we now do have that integrated. And I want to show you guys something that's important, because why did we actually have that subscription guard, right? And I want to show you why we had it, okay? So watch this. So if somebody signs up, let's say they go here. Also, something we need to change is this. Right now, if the user clicks on the start free trial button, it defaults to Pro monthly. This is incorrect. It should go to the sign up page and have the user select their plan there if they have not already selected one. That means showing the 3 pricing cards on the sign up page and not by default adding the Pro monthly parameter. And then just for reference, we're going to drop in this. And we're also going to take a screenshot of the start free trial button. Ultra Think. Amara Jack said, can you tell me how much your setup costs? I actually don't know. I've kind of acquired these assets over time. Yeah, if I just go to the room. So this here, this was about 1,000. I got this during the Bright Choice days. This is, I built Bright Choice on this computer and the Omen that you see there. I used to be a huge Windows person. So, you know, it was cool to be back in this office, because I actually built Bright Choice in this office. This is where I spent most of my time building Bright Choice, and yeah, I used it on this. I built it on this Omen and this monitor here, and then in like March, I switched to a Mac. Like once I got the M4 Max, the M4 Max was a blessing, because the M4 Max is like super nice, super fast. I'm excited for the M5 Max. It's not out yet. But then in like March of this year, I totally switched to Mac, so I decided to stop using the Omen in the Windows to develop, and I switched, and I got 2 studio displays and an M3 Ultra Mac Studio, and that's my main setup. That's the one that I'm streaming on now. I think it's got like 96 gigs of RAM, so I really like it. Yeah, it's great. But okay, so this one's working here, fixing that bug. But yeah, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed or joined the Discord, make sure you do so. I want to give a couple shout-outs. Shout out to Frizias CD. Shout out. Shout out to Skidutch. Shout out to Skidutch. Welcome to the Discord community, guys. Happy that you're here. Okay, and Ricky said, can the Claude CLIs work on the same files at the same time? How do you get multiple working at the same time? Yeah, so you give them different tasks, right? So instead of giving them, let's say if you want to, and I usually do launch multiple agents at once. Just when you're, working with multiple agents, you definitely need to be mindful of not making them overlap, right? That's definitely something you have to consider. Is, hey, if they do overlap, it's going to cause issues. And usually what happens if they do overlap, one of them is going to revert back to the old GitHub. It'll literally revert a whole file back to where you last left off in Git. So, you definitely have to be mindful of that. It's not good when that happens. Also, guys, just as a reminder, in 19 minutes in the Discord, anybody is welcome to join our project sharing. So I just actually want to show this on while we're on live here. So over here, this is our Discord. I'm going to copy an invite link, and the only reason I'm showing this to you guys is because in 19 minutes, we have a, where is it? It's the project sharing stage. So this is a stage where you guys are all welcome to come on stage, join this, and I'll be on, and I'll let you guys basically come up on stage and just share what you're working on and get feedback. Just kind of, talk about it. It's very low pressure. Just kind of get to know each other a little bit better. But yeah, I'll drop the link in chat again. But yeah, that's going to be in 18 minutes now. So okay, so this is also now done. Let's cross this off here. Let's go to our to-dos. So the free plan plus credit card, that is now done. It's now required to input your credit card for the free plan, which is great. Marwan said, what are the best AI coding editor? Cursor is probably number one. Cursor is probably the best one. Okay, we still have to push code to production. That's going to be on my list. But since I'm going to need to jump on the Discord here, we're probably not going to get that done during the stream here, but that's all right. We'll get as much as we can done. We'll polish this up, and I'll jump on that. But okay, so what's the PC doing there? The PC, like this is now what's really helpful is now like just to go back to the setup to show you guys. The PC here is helpful because anything that I don't want to share on stream, or like right now I have like 4 tabs. Maybe actually can just show you guys what I've got up here. I'm managing like all the streams at once. So let me show. I have a right view here. Yeah. All right. So yes, check this out. So on this here, I'm managing everywhere we're streaming. So like this is a way for me to have like all the chats open from X, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So I've been talking to people from like Kick, and I've been talking to people from Twitch and X. So that's a way for me to be able to manage the streams and make sure that on my end everything looks good and checks out. Okay, so this one's now done. Okay, one more thing is now that we are okay, I think that's good. So maybe we can just deploy this now, can't we? Let's pull up editor. Okay. Okay. Aperian, what's up? Everything's going good, yeah. We just got everything fixed. I mean, so our goals were we had to schedule 5 shorts. We had to get the starting prices figured out and then make it so that the free plan with the credit card. And then we do have to push code to production. So I do want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to pull up VS Code here. And let's just check up on all this. Let's deploy all of this. Because as you guys know, the hackathon starts tomorrow. So for those of you guys that know, the BridgeMind Hackathon is tomorrow. You can go to the link in the description down below. There's $500 in prizes. And tomorrow is the start of that hackathon. And it's going to be a huge week for us because we are launching ViewCreator, and we're going to like go pretty hard. We're on marketing. And what you guys have been seeing is you guys have been seeing us slowly start to get closer and closer to this point where the product's ready and we're ready for marketing. And we're at that point now, right? And I'm really excited to be able to do the hackathon because everybody in the Discord community is going to be able to be a part of it, right? And that's what we're doing with BridgeMind, is that we're building a community. We're building a community of people. And, I never want to make this about me. I want to make it about the community and building a community where everyone is welcome. And it's a community that's connected by vibe coding and builders and people that want to do something different and people that, don't believe that there's only one path in life, right? Like you don't just have to go to school and get a 9-to-5 job and work for the rest of your life, guys. Like there are other ways to succeed. And, I want to build a community where there is a community of people that are builders and doers and hard workers. And if that's you, please join our community. There's a link in the chat. It's totally free to join. No subscriptions. Just literally want to build a community. So, okay, so that's all pushed to dev. So let's pull up GitHub here. And what we need to do now is we need to actually check up on the process of how that's doing. How are all of our deployments? Are they pushing up to GitHub? Are they running into issues? So let's go to organizations. And let's go to ViewCreator organization. And let's go to repositories. Oren, what's up? How's it going? Also, if you guys have not already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We are up to 6,067 subs, which is incredible. Okay, so let's go to ViewCreator API. And let's go to actions here. All right, so this is how this works. So for those of you that are curious as to how AWS works and how you actually get your local code up into production, I'm going to pull up the sub count here. But this is how it works, okay? You set up a GitHub workflow file. And when you set up GitHub workflows files, you're able to create CI/CD pipelines where when you push to specific branches, it's going to push to specific infrastructure. So for example, you know, this one here, this workflow that's running right now this is the ViewCreator API, and you guys can see that we push to the dev branch, right? So you set up a GitHub workflow file so that any code, whenever it's pushed to the GitHub dev branch, is going to do several actions. In this case, the actions that it's taking is it's building and pushing the API image to what's called ECR in AWS. And then after that's done, it then follows that up with another action, which is actually updating the ECS service that runs that Dockerized service. So you set up a task definition, and you set up an ECS cluster, and you set up an ECS service inside of that cluster. And the ECS service is running the task definition. And what happens with this GitHub workflow is that it pushes to ECR, and then it pushes and updates the task definition with the latest image from ECR. And that's how that works. Let me know if you guys have any questions, but that's what this is doing right now. So we're gonna watch this deployment, just make sure it goes off smoothly. Valentin Ronti-Tez said, link to desk. I actually don't have a link to the desk. My brother bought it for me years ago. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited about you know, just the new setup. Happy to introduce you guys to, you know, some other things that we're going to be doing. All right, so 10 minutes. We're going to do the project sharing. I also want to check how many people have. So like I said, in 10 minutes now, we are going to have the project sharing. Let's see this event. It's actually an event, and it looks like 16 people are joining us for this event, which is awesome. So if you guys want to join that, make sure you join the Discord. Oh, it looks like the ECS, looks like it failed to deploy. Oh, I actually know the problem here. The problem is probably that we have tests failing. You know, if you have this fail right off the bat, it's usually going to be test related. So let's run npm run test in the API and see what happens. Imperium said, ECS I use most for microservices. These can handle easily when there is load. Bro, are you really vibe coding? This sounds like 5 years of experience in DevOps. All right, well, here's the thing, Imperium, is that, you know, I do have experience. As you guys can tell, I do have experience. And that's the thing, is that, you know, I do believe, okay, so this is right. So the test, there was a failing test. So let's just fix this failing test here. You know, I have been doing this for years. Run npm run test in the ViewCreator API. So, you know, with Bright Choice, with Influencer Marketplace, with My Influence Network, with BridgeMind, with Goalpost, now with ViewCreator, and you know, I think that that's a point to the best way to learn, guys, is to start doing and to start working and to just start building. Like, just start building. And I think if you just start building over time, you just gain this knowledge that is literally infused into you, right? Like, I understand in my core how the system works, right? And I think that this is like the interesting concept of vibe coding and with AI is that you can learn as you're doing these things, right? Like you can learn as you go along, okay, this is how this works, right? So, you know, I used AI when I was first building, the Bright Choice AWS infrastructure. I was using AI to help me. I was not that, Bright Choice is where I got a ton of experience with AWS. That's what I got a ton of experience at Bright Choice with AWS because I had to build the AWS infrastructure, right? And it had to be HIPAA compliant. So trust me, like I went through a war. And when you go through hard things, when you're able to do them, you learn a lot. You learn a ton. Walian said, "Were you a software engineer before vibe coding was a thing?" So I was like decent at coding. But I was like very early on in the process, and then once I saw AI, I went all in on becoming an AI developer, and there was no vibe coding word for it back then. You know, there wasn't a word for it back then like there is now. You know, now people have a word for it, which is vibe coding, and you know, it's essentially a derogatory term. I would say people, you know, make fun of vibe coding and say that people that do it are like stupid and stuff, but it'll pass. It'll become a huge thing. That's why we're building Vibe Academy. Aperium said, "You have a lot, and I see some new streamers falling to stream and doing vibe coding. You initiated it, bro." Thank you, Aperium. Yeah. Thanks, Sheriff. All right, so we're gonna fix this test. Sanders said, "I prefer to say software composing." I like it, software composing. But also, guys, I'm really happy about this new setup because it, like, you know, I'm literally standing right now, and that's like a lot better than sitting for hours. I think that the standing desk is going to help a lot to work more. Also, I have some additional things that are coming up that I'll keep secret for now, but I've got some surprises for you guys. Okay, let's check to see if this is now building. Let's run npm run test again. Okay, there you go. So this one up here is running npm run test just to make sure that we're good to go. Okay, they're all passing. Okay, cool. All right, so let's now push this back up, fix those tests. And I'm going to have to deal with this offline now because I have to go in 5 minutes for the project sharing. But if you're in the Discord and you guys want to share your projects, I'll be on in 5 minutes in the project sharing portion of the Discord. I'm excited to see your guys' projects. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here for today. I will be live tomorrow, as you guys know, the start of the hackathon. So I'm going to be getting started earlier than usual tomorrow. I may get started at like 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the hackathon. So if you guys haven't already joined the hackathon, there's a link in the description down below for the BridgeMind Hackathon. $500 in prizes. It's from November 3rd, tomorrow, to November 10th. And you guys are going to be helping, you know, find bugs in ViewCreator. So with that being said, make sure you guys